The music is called A Moment of Inspiration. How perfect for Yvette Delcourt, who goes into the Hall of Fame as a builder. The builder category does not bring with it the type of titles an athlete would carry, or the profile of a coach, or even that of an experienced and well-traveled official. They are generally silent partners in a vision, the construction and the delivery of a structure or concept. And often the effects are not felt until many years after the birth of an idea. Yvette was one of the most genuine, thoughtful, caring, and quietly intelligent people I have ever met.
Yvette was a skater whose love and passion for our sport took root early on, and judging from these pictures, she felt free while on the ice. A sense of joy that would last a lifetime. During these years, the rink and creative environment was being absorbed into the very being of Yvette. She often skated in Sun Valley, where skating outdoors was indeed pure joy. One could see that in her.
I just love that picture. Flying above the clouds. This very classy lady started skating under the tutelage of world champion Edie Enders and was taught by many other famous coaches such as Mary Rose Thacker, Gus Lucy, Winnie Silverthorne, Hans and Johnny Johnson. Later on, she learned from famed coaches Barbara Rolls of the United States, Doug Lee of Canada. This gave Yvette a wonderful base of technical knowledge and teaching techniques to help her career.
She coached skaters in Victoria, Nanaimo, Prince George, and Kamloops, and was with the Kelowna Skating Club for the past 44 years. As a coach, she ran her own spring skating and, I suspect, summer schools. Here is a wonderful picture of Yvette in her Volkswagen Beetle, all dressed for a parade and surrounded by her students. What a great image of a time gone by.
When settling in Kelowna, Yvette first taught skating at the Kelowna Skating Club, but also taught a power skating program teaching young hockey players to skate, and she also taught skating to 5- and 6-year-old tyke hockey division for 8-year-olds for 8 years.
Clearly, whether hockey or figure skating, Yvette had a love for simply teaching skating, but tonight we induct her as a builder, and here's why. In addition to her on-ice work, she was on the executive of Kelowna Minor Hockey Association for 4 years, a member of the Kelowna Arena Advisory Committee since the beginning, executive member of the Okanagan Figure Skating Coaches Association for 19 years, and vice chair of the Skate Canada BC Coaches Committee for 16 years.
But as all this was happening, Yvette had a vision and a goal to make competitive environment in Kelowna and in the Okanagan that didn't require skaters who had a dream to leave home. She wanted them to stay with family and in school, but this would require a new approach, something different and more than the average skating club could provide. It required a new and different way of thinking, and it also required coaches dedicated to giving much of their life so that young skaters had a chance to stay at home and also represent Canada. It was a big vision, a big goal, a big dream from such a little lady.
She approached Ted about creating a center of excellence concept at the Kelowna Skating Club, and the two of them worked with the club board for 2 years while discussing what this might look and run like. The club finally restructured and brought in 2 young and fabulously talented and now very successful and respected coaches in Jason and Karen. The journey is long with many twists and turns, but suffice to say that vision and determination of Yvette Delcourt drove the journey to an extremely successful and productive competitive center in Kelowna, which is respected and envied across our country.
The accomplishments are there to see. There are visible results from a business and competitive perspective. However, what is not visible is how Yvette impacted the people around her. This little and beautiful lady had me doing pretty much everything that she wanted. Why? First of all, she was right. Second, how could one say no to a charming little lady? And third, I was kind of afraid of her.
The impact Yvette had on people is extraordinary, and maybe the most important of her legacies, as these people will now carry her passion and teaching, try to meet the bar that she has raised for many generations to come. Hours of footage was shot to capture what people had to say, and this will live in the virtual Hall of Fame site on skatinginbc.com.
And during the shooting of all this footage, there were so many tears. It was a very emotional day for everyone. But there was also a lot of laughter and some outtakes. And here is a brief sample. Have a look.
You made Yvette laugh a lot. Like you can be really sketchy, and that's the thing. Like you could be yourself around Yvette, and you could really make her belly laugh. Like
But, you know, I kind of have that sense about someone pretty quickly in a relationship, and very quickly in my relationship with Yvette, I felt I could be pretty much, you know,
yourself.
And maybe that's not fit for everyone's consumption, but it certainly was with her.
For sure, she had a great sense of humor.
And
Like
a really infectious laugh, a
Yeah.
totally unmistakable laugh. And, you know, it was fun to kind of make her laugh.
yeah. I think one time I was in the dressing room and I wasn't feeling well, and I was a bit of a procrastinator, and she got pretty mad and said, "You get back on that ice right now." So I go out and I'm like, "Mrs. Delcourt, really, I'm really not feeling that good." And she's like, "Come on, you're fine." I'm like, "Nope." And I threw up all over her skates, myself, my patch, everything. And I said, "See, I told you I wasn't feeling good." And she didn't really get mad after that. No.
Well, my dear friend, I can't think of anybody better suited to be inducted into the Skate Canada Hall of Fame than you. All the years and all the things that you've put in for skating. I mean, you've literally dedicated your life to skating, and besides that, you're a wonderful, wonderful person. We love you, and we miss you, and God, I wish you were here.
Yvette, I want to welcome you into the Skate Canada BC Hall of Fame. I miss you. We all miss you. And I promise to do my best to represent the Kelowna Skating Club and carry on your traditions.
Welcome to
Okay, wait, what is it? Okay, let's say trial run.
Welcome, Grandma, to the Skate Canada Hall.
BC Hall of Fame.
Welcome, Grandma, to the Skate Canada BC Hall of Fame. Welcome, Grandma, to the Skate Canada.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I should not be that. Okay.
Welcome, Grandma, to the Skate Canada BC Hall of Fame.
We love you.
Well, it's now time to welcome into the Skate Canada BC Hall of Fame an ever so delightful, ever so classy, ever so loving, and ever so missed Yvette Delcourt. I invite her family to join us on the stage.
Well, skating world, we cannot thank you enough for Ted for inducting Yvette into the BC Hall of Fame. She would be absolutely touched, and just to have all of you here today, you were her family, and she was so passionate about skating, having 3 generations in the skating world, and to have all of your support, whether you were a skater, a judge, a parent, over all these years. And skating, that this world, the community watching tonight, bringing the history into the present and to the future of all our little skaters out there. We want you to really enjoy those small moments, because that was special to Yvette, and believe and dream in what the sport can be, and always show gratitude to all those people that are around that have supported you over these years if you're a skater. Ted, we cannot thank you enough for believing in Mom, and for when she was asking you for something to let her follow her dreams. We love you, everybody. Thank you.